second time we're doing a swearing ceremony for our board members. The first time we did, 3 of our board members got sworn in. Okay, with that, I don't want to hold your time, so I'll ask you, please, we all. Yes.
Significant event, special occasion where you have gathered us here to witness one of our board members swearing into this board of directors, which you have called to serve in this platform that you would use to touch and reach out in a way towards your country. And I pray, oh God, that as we continue on with this ceremony and at the same time they continue with their board meetings, but I pray, oh God, may your presence be with us. Your word dictates, the builders build in vain. Unless the Lord keep watch, the watchman stands in vain. Father, these leaders that are sworn in, this board of directors that are sworn in, they are your people that go through this time. May you go with us. May you lead us. And may this experience be an experience where they will continue to stand.
Thank you, Secretary and MD and rest of the people in this boardroom. I take this opportunity to thank you all for, and it's very small, but it's very significant. What we are saying before taking an oath is, we are saying because of our New is a Christian country, so we try to put God first in what we do, and through the laws of nature are also put in the laws of nature. You can see the laws are made, and we are to whatever things we do, we must do things within the laws. When we go outside of the laws and when we try to abuse it, that we find ourselves in a wrong way. But I'm pleased and I'm happy to swear in one of your members, and we will start. The process is simple. I think you may have gone through some swearing in already or not, but what you will say is you will read what is there in front of you and hold the Bible on the right, left on the, you read it. I feel maybe one read that paragraph there, you read from here all the way, and then you say, so please God help me. And that will be the end of the ceremony for today. You can start.
Thank you for the people that are present at this table to witness this swearing ceremony. And it is my privilege to take this oath to serve the livestock industry of Papua New Guinea Industry Corporation. I, Ian Mopafi, do swear that I will well and truly serve the independent state of Papua New Guinea in the office of member of the Livestock Industry Corporation Limited Board. So help me God. Thank you.
That's all. Okay, congratulations. We give him a hand too.
Is he going to sign? Yeah. This is where you sign. Gibby. Let's sign underneath.
Yeah, I'll sign it.
That's it.
Okay, you sign up.
I'll sign on top.
What's the date? Oh, he said,
Congratulations, Mr. Mobafi. Welcome to LDC Board.
Thank you, colleague directors.
Okay, our newly sworn-in board member will have this time to do his maiden speech as a board member for LDC. Thank you, Mr. Mobafi.
Thank you, board members and others here. Again, I say I am privileged to have been appointed a board member to this important industry. And I just would like to say a few things. Livestock industry is an important component in both the subsistence and commercial settings of Papua New Guinea in the agriculture industry. In the subsistence sector, many of our rural farmers live on livestock. We have pigs and chooks and sheep, goats, cattle, and some of these have been commercialized. Like in the pigs, we have they're commercialized as well as poultry, and to some extent the cattle industry is also commercialized. But many of our smallholder farmers still have, on a subsistence level, they still look after other species of livestock. And this livestock plays an important role in both the social and economical settings. For those in the highlands, pig has a very high social status value. And so it plays a significant role. And pigs and the other livestock are not really included in activities livestock development corporations mandated with now. Right now it's mandated with cattle and apiculture only. But I think we should give consideration to including these other species of livestock as we move forward. I know Livestock Development Corporation has had a lull period in which there was not much effort put into it. But with the setting of the new board and the new initiative taken by the government now, I think we should see an increase that will go towards supporting and developing the other livestock industries and helping our people to participate effectively in the livestock industry. So I am happy to serve on this board. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We'll allow our board chairman, Mr. Kamo, to say a few words.
The magistrate for swearing in our board members. Sorry that another board member is not here. He's Secretary for National Planning, as he's busy with other meetings. But first of all, I want to congratulate Mr. Ian Mopafi for swearing in as a board member. Ian is a Diriman. By profession, is a very long history with the Diriman. I have served under Ian Mopafi for many years as a regional director, and we've been working under him, and he is our mentor, and yeah, we've had a lot of blessings from him, and thank you, Ian. You're coming to the Livestock Development Corporation Board is a blessing to the industry, and with the vast experience that you have, and we all know that you are. That is the reason why we wanted you to be in the board, and now that you have sworn in, we are very grateful, and we are looking forward to running the board. We are also thankful that the board is in place. Is a very, very important thing, and when the full board is in place, you can make informed decision on how we're going to run the livestock activities right across Papua New Guinea. Most of our leaders have termed the Department of Agriculture as agriculture and dead stock many years ago, and right now our livestock activities have scaled down very dramatically, but now we are trying all our best to revive the cattle industry and other livestock industry in Papua New Guinea. We are very, very thankful that Mr. Terry is here, and we are working together to get the activity going forward. But I think is the one thing that really is the boost for the department now is the board is in place. So we can be able to get the industry forward. Like other activities that we have under the department, the boards are not probably in place. We are trying all our best to get it done. And actually we are doing a lot of hard work here. Some of the work that is not good, but we have to do it because this is the time that we are here. So whoever comes in later can be able to run the activities without any hurdle. But with that, I want to thank you for Pastor, and thank for the representative from the Office of the Prime Minister, representative from the Office of the Minister for Agriculture and Livestock, who is also very, very passionate. Our minister is also is a livestock man. He's got a big cattle farm going on, and we are very, very thankful that we have a minister that is a hands-on man who's become a minister, and we are running full throttle. All other activities, apart from livestock, other activities under the agriculture, we are, I think, rolling very fast across. And also, we had the initiative of having these minister and the government has given us this department 50 million kina for the price support and intervention, which is the first of its kind for this country and for any other governments that were in place. Because for many a times, people in the rural areas have been waiting for the government to go down there and meet them. Years coming in here, going out, nothing has happened. And now is for the first time, there's excitement everywhere in all the rural areas because people and farmers will now get the money for their hard work. This government has recognized the hard work done by the small people. Mind you, apart from the livestock, the crop export, like volume of export from coffee and cocoa, 83% to 84% is done by the smallholder. And who are the smallholder farmers? They are the category of smallholder, blockholders, and plantations. Plantation is about 3%. And blockholders maybe about 5%. The 85, 84% is the smallholders. And then someone would ask, who's the smallholders? Smallholders are the Kanaka people back in the village who would not get 1 kina from the government, would not get 1 kina from the bank. But they hold this country 85%. The volume, how many volume, whether it be big or small, that leaves our soil and goes to other countries. And when we do the calculations, 85% of them is done by our smallholder people. That this country has got a strength with the smallholders. So this government is really looking at the smallholder, and I think that's the way forward. And we can be able to. There's a lot of excitement everywhere because of the price support thing, and we are expecting that a lot of the activities going on. People are, when they see the price, they're the price takers. So when they see the price, they do interventions themselves. So with the livestock, we also have funds for livestock intervention. Also, we also thank the government for giving the Livestock Development Corporation (LDC) 6 million. That we are currently rolling out the activities, and we are very, very grateful as chairman of the LDC Livestock Development Corporation. I think we are doing very well. We are doing very well. Minister has made his comment 2 days ago. Me and Minister are sitting here. Ministers are also happy that we are rolling this livestock activities right across Papua New Guinea. We are taking back all our lands, up from the highlands all the way to the Sepix and to the Morbe, to here in Port Moresby. I think livestock activities taken momentum, and with that, I urge all the board members to make informed decision for the running of the livestock board for the good of the people of Papua New Guinea. We will also take on board some other livestock that our director board member is saying. Mr. Ian Mohai is sworn in talking about some other livestock small. I think we have some little bit money for the small livestock activities also under the government's price intervention support and intervention program that is currently running. With that, I want to thank all of you, and I wish all God's blessings upon the livestock board and the activities that we can be able to enable our our farmers who are waiting, who've been waiting for us for many, many years. With that, I thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you, MC. Good morning, everyone. Our swearing-in ceremony this morning. We also thank the Office of the Prime Minister for being represented this morning, and our other friends. Thank you for we able to come this far because of what the government has been doing through the livestock sector. And we want to thank the media for sticking around with us right from the start last year, when we were instructed by the Prime Minister to go around the country to take stock of all the assets that the state owns through LDC. We have gone throughout the highlands, we have gone to the Umasi region. We will soon be going to New Guinea Highlands. We will be there on Friday to do a partnership with the Eastern Britain Provincial Administration and the Rabaul District to rehabilitate and commercialize the Kura Kakao abattoir. So we are going there next week, this week. It will be on Friday. But thank you for coming to witness the swearing in of one of our board members, Mr. Ian Mopafi. Ian is a seasoned agriculturist. He has done this thing all his life. Right now, he owns the biggest, one of the biggest outfits that produces honey boxes in the whole of Eastern Islands. So it's no surprise that you are part of the board, so we'll get some discount from you. All right. We are happy for the team that has been put together by the minister. There are 5 of us. In the Constitution, there's a provision for the membership to be increased to 9. But as it is now, LDC is in its rebuilding phase. So we are not, we're just working with what we were given by the minister. There's 5 of us. And the other one is still waiting to be sworn in. He's on his way. Okay, so while I am talking, you should be in. Thank you for the time that we are given to give confidence to our people in this country. When you talk about food security, most of the times everybody talks about crops, but agriculture is not just crops. It's also livestock. When you have a meal, you put smiles on people's faces when you put something like a beef cut or lamb flaps or some form of meat on your table. Then it becomes a meal. Otherwise, you all become like vegetarians. In this country, probably 99% of us are not vegetarian. So the struggle is now on this. The struggle is on for us to actually find the type of meat or produce the amount that is be able to feed the nation. We have to make it accessible. We have to make it affordable. It has to be reliable. So we don't just feed them now and the next year we don't feed them. It has to be an ongoing thing. So LDC is a company that was tasked by the government in 1983 to commercialize all the cattle ranches and abattoirs around the country. But over the years, it saw a lot of decline because of a lot of factors, one of which was management. The other could be attributed to political interference because, according to the LDC Constitution, the board members and the managing director are at the mercy of the minister. You have a new good minister coming in, everything runs smoothly. When you have somebody who is not thinking for the sake of this country, everything is like, it doesn't work. So the Constitution is such that it operates like this, but over the years we have had so many struggles. We thank the government, the previous government, the only government was able to give 10 million to LDC. That time I was not around, this board was not around. The monies were given to LDC because it was packed as a program under the department. They were given to take back LDC and fix the company and make it profitable. under the former administration at DAL. And it became a talking point, a sticking point last time when I was at the CACC. The CACC questioned me. We are still waiting for a report, an audited report on the expenditure of the 10 million. When are you going to make this available to us? And I was kind of like scratching my head because I didn't have the report. I did not know how they spent that money. So this board, one of the agendas in this board will be, we will make it our point to make sure that we will give a report on the expenditure of the 10 million so that the country will know actually what happened, how did they spend this money. So it will help us to remove all the doubts and all the questions people will have about the way they were spending this money. One of the things that we want to do now is, now that the full board is in place, we want to make sure that our governance issues are sorted out. We have to make sure that accounting system is correct. We have a lot of liabilities. Over the years, LDC has incurred a lot of liabilities, and all of its businesses are run down. The abattoirs are not functioning, the ranches are run down. So when I am trying to take it back, I see that I'm stepping on people's toes. There's so many things that I need to get sorted out. For price support, they also made funding available for agriculture intervention, and some of which, like the Secretary has correctly pointed out, were given to LDC. So we're in the process of rehabilitating them and restocking the ranches so that we can be able to produce beef cuts for our country. Right now, PNG imports 16,000 tons of beef from outside of our country. If we have to produce this, we need to have, we have to kill 70,000 cattle every year. And right now, we have less than 50,000. And so we made an agreement with one company which wanted to import live cattle from Australia to use our abattoir here at 12 Mile. And everybody was jumping up and down, hey, you should import it from us. And I'm telling them, you don't have enough. Because if I have to get it from you and I'm killing all this, by the time I am done, you have no cattle. And for the next years down the line, your children will write about cattle. They will never see any live cattle roaming around in your backyard or in the countryside. So that's why we had to sign this agreement to import live cattle for slaughtering, because we have the protocols in place. Once that is done correctly, we want to upgrade it to upgrade the protocol to import breeder cattle so that we can be able to breed them ourselves and then multiply. And then we can be able to increase the heads so that the 70,000 heads that we want to kill every year, it must have 150,000 breeder heads to continue to sustain the production of beef cuts that is required by the country. So that's it's a long walk down the line, but we are getting there. That requires the creation of post-entry quarantine facilities. We made a submission to Cabinet through the CACC, which we have actually we discussed it. I think it has gone to NEC now. We want to create 4 quarantine facilities at strategic locations around the country. One will be in Daru, which is closer to Australia. We will also create one in Roku, that's across at Tatana, over from here. There will be one at Wewak, on land that is owned by LDC. We will also build one in Ley. Those will be facilities built by Nakia. Nakia needs to build those so that the LDC will use it. But the LDC will not be the only one using this. Those facilities can also be used by other importers who would want to import live cattle. They would want to import any livestock species for that matter. We will also export using the same facilities. Right now, there is an import ban of live cattle in Indonesia. I think it's also true in China. So we have the chance, we have the market to actually export our cattle to those countries in Southeast Asia. But we cannot do it now because we don't have we don't have the cattle numbers, and we don't also have the post-entry quarantine facilities. So LDC is working in this direction to increase our numbers, firstly to feed our nation with affordable, reliable meat, And then when we have enough, we can be able to export to others who could be also hungry on the other side of the border. I think that is what I can say, and thank you so much for coming to our swearing-in ceremony this morning. Thank you. That's right.
And when he comes in, we'll proceed straight to swearing in him and approval.
Correct.
Please, Gerald, do the right thing. Yeah, I'll ask our pastor here. Pastor will want to say,
in the office of the member of the Livestock Development Corporation Board. So help me God.
That's all.
thank you.
Congratulations.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, and I think we have not given the prominence that the sector or the industry needs over the last good number of years. And I think maybe that we got a full board here, we can be able to work together to drive the industry forward. For the deliberations to the industry. And I think there's no better time than to support our government. And we in 2050. And that's quite a distance away from now. And we're looking at the key sectors that the government can invest in. One of them is livestock industry to really support big time in terms of, and I think with the board that is currently in place, we're trying to grow the economy in the next 5 years as per the medium-term development plan. And 3, we have to increase our revenue. States, because our revenue base is quite narrow, and we need to expand the revenue base by investing in those key that can grow our economy. And I think there is our support to the livestock sector and the agriculture sector is very, very important. Agriculture sector is the backbone of our economy, and I think the focus is right now on the sector. And I think with the momentum focus on the sector, let's drive this very, very important sector. There's a talk about substitution, which is not the medium-term development. You have to substitute importing those major cash crops, major areas where we think we have competitive advantage. I think we can grow the industry. It's just that we need to be very determined. We need to focus, and we need to get the right funding into the sector to support the secretary, the board. Let's work together to ensure that we have to address, as I've said, I think this is the right time for us to boost the sector. Right leadership and at a technical level we can provide it. assets. So, again, I think the onus is on LDC and the agriculture sector. We have some of the key objectives that we have. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to support the sector.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Secretary.
Continue support to the livestock. Yesterday is yesterday, today is another day. Sometimes we look back, we cannot go forward. Sometimes, to the livestock years ago, maybe 2018, but we were not here. There's some other people, this management. But I think that, they call agriculture and deadstock. And through national planning, they call it agriculture and deadstock, but I am very thankful. I've got 100% confidence in the board and the management that is in place now for the industry. And, industry, as our national planning secretary alluded to, and we have achieved so much in a very short span of time. We are going to the civic. We are going to make all our assets and everything with vehicles, with work people and everything, and we are reviving talk stations. Because you see, we have to be very low, but we have land that are suitable for livestock production. And that is, most of the land is in the civic plain. That is why when we have the road at the seaside, my question is that are we building the road for the fishermen or for the farmers? We have to bring it a little bit inward so that we can bring the vanilla out, we can bring the livestock out, and crops out, and all these kind of things. So but we are tasked also to do a presentation on the Connect PNG, and I am getting my team together, and they will do a presentation. But agriculture is very, very important for Papua New Guinea. Mr. National Planning Secretary, you see 85% people of Papua New Guinea, their livelihood is centered around agriculture. So that we give for agriculture, please close your eyes and just sign it off. So that we're gonna get back, because we will assist any need right now. The volume of coffee that is exported, or the cocoa that is exported, 85% of the volume of coffee and cocoa is done by smallholders. And 3% is about plantation, 5% is blockholders. But 85% cocoa and coffee exported overseas right now is 84 to 85%. The smallholder people are the Kanaka people back in the village, who do not get 1 kina from the government, who do not get 1 kina from the bank. Only making more like loan, only capable this volume. So now is the time that we're going to support the smallholder farmers. Programs that never before in any of the government, any of the Secretary of National Planning, this is the government that is recognizing the small people back in the village and putting the price support. And there's a lot of excitement across Papua New Guinea for the price support. Our people are price takers, and when they see the price, everybody's jumping like the Bonateng dog jumps and the fat dog jumps, and everybody's jumping for the price. So thank you so much. And agriculture is within us. We will work very closely with you, so to make sure that we enable our 85% people of so thank you for coming and coming to the national. Our meeting here is very, very important. It's a boost for us, and we know that you might get a place to you can go around about. And next week I am airlifting 200 city plane, the Israeli and American cities right for you and then next we're going to bring livestock there. Then next we're going to go rice production. But civic plane is the place that all of us are putting our eyes on, because now smallholder in our DL meeting talking about smallholder rice growers or farmers is finished now. Now we're going to go mechanize to sustain our domestic market demands. And National Planning Secretary, you come, make a mistake, like I'm not talking you. You will praise them when you come inside. So God is looking for come you na talking you. Big love blessing you or work for you na. Libla tuna. Kind of same. Work long garden is an act of worship, because they work what he give Madam Naive in the beginning. So thank you for coming on. Agriculture sing out, you come, you mas. Big love blessing you more. Thank you.
is no happiness if there is no meat on the table. We as Melanesians, we see that. And so as I was looking, I saw that and I said, that's part of that as well. And thank you, Yumi, looking and witnessing. So in the Bible, it also speaks of when there is a king or a leader is appointed, there is also a time where God's workers also come and pray. Also right, and I saw it as well, that before you saw him, you held the Bible to tell not just the country, but also that that calling is not just made by the country, but it's also by God. Because you have sworn in with the citizens of this independent nation, Papua New Guinea, to continue to pray for our leaders as we look forward towards the future for your appointment today. I'll make a special prayer before we close this morning. So if you don't mind, I'll just stand here. When I'm doing the prayer, I'll be raising my hands to just represent God, and God will bless you as we continue. Let us come to God in prayer. Being here and witnessing this very special occasion where we have seen your leaders of this independent nation, Papua New Guinea, sworn in this board of directors. I want to say thank you for the newly sworn in directors. You would shower your blessing and you would anoint them so that they can serve you like Daniel did in the time of the Bible. Meshach and Abednego, they did with loyalty. I pray our nation take another step forward so that we can see good things come about in this independent nation, Papua New Guinea. So thank you once again for calling your leaders.
Congratulations, LEC board members. Our food has already been blessed